Okay, here's a look at the emini stock index futures for Wednesday, November the 16th, 2011. At emini Day Trader, we like to use the market profiles to gain a better perspective on the market, try and put it into context. This is today's profile. This was yesterday's profile. The one in the middle here is what occurred overnight. Going into today, we had mentioned that we felt we were still in an intraday up auction, and that we were going to monitor levels in particular from around 45 to 56. And if the market should break either one of those levels, then it would be a go with kind of trade. Otherwise, we would have the opinion that it's likely to trade within that range. Well, late in the day it did break, but it didn't break until the market actually came up. And these are the profiles, by the way, for the regular trading hours only. And here is our software here. So the market actually did come up, and I'll just mark on here. Here's that 56 area that we were mentioning as likely resistance, and the 45 area as likely support. So you can see the market open a little bit below it, immediately came above, tested below, a little above, a little bit below. So it was really indecisive early, and then it started to rally. And it did reach our objective here in the 56 area. But as you can see, obviously didn't stay there too long, and then late in the day started to sell off. So we did have a few trades. We had a long trade right in here. This trade did have the gray filter at the time, so it was somewhat suspect, even though we were still intraday up. So it was one of those trades that only had 1 out of 3. We like to have 2 out of 3, intraday, intraday, and known support area. So only really had 1 out of 3, but the market was still looking pretty good. So it was actually a trade we did not take, even though it did reach our first and second objective. The second trade here, and you can see the short trades has a down red arrow and then a dashed red line, as you can see here. It was filled here. Even though we did have a red filter, as you can see at that time, it was against our intraday bias, and there was really no barrier there. The barrier was up higher up here, so we did not take that trade. Now we had a long trade right in here that was somewhat suspect. The entry on that one was about 1.5 points below the known resistance area. We did have a good filter, so we had 2 out of 3 going for us, but it was butted up against the known resistance area. So when we take trades like that, we take them with a nimble management perspective. In other words, we want to see our first objective hit within 5 minutes instead of 10. In this case it was, and we did reach our first objective on that one. We did not reach a second objective, so it actually turned out to be a break-even trade. And then you can see the market here, it broke from this area that we thought would likely contain the market late. And you can see the short trades that we got here with a beautiful fill right here late in the day, and then the market had a nice down move immediately. I think it was the entry on that one was at 40 and change, and it immediately dropped down to 34. So it turned out to be a very nice trade. So we are expecting some follow through from this tomorrow. The next level down that we were looking after the 45 area was around the 37. We have come below that, so we're going to continue to monitor that 37 area as likely resistance to see if that does hold. If it does hold, then we're looking at additional down market, and our next objective would be in the 23 area, and then down to 15 should the sellers maintain control. On the other hand, if the market does hold above today's low, and in particular above the 37 area, it could very well come back up and test that 44, 45 area. So that's really what we're looking at heading into tomorrow. Any questions or comments, you can reach us at info@eminidaytrader.com. Always enjoy hearing your questions and comments, so don't hesitate in getting a hold of us. So that'll be it for today, and thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow.